Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me Kagam. Today we are doing a dragging video. I haven't done this in a while. There's so many crazy stories, so I have a few of these dragging videos in the pipeline. I'll have another one next week as well, because I haven't filmed them in ages. But before we get started, go check out my blog. It's linked below, and go join my newsletter, which is also launched, and go join up my Facebook group. Go join my Facebook group. It's super busy here. My blog linked below is about my favorites from the Dior Spring Summer 2023 catwalk show. I'm going to do a full preview video for Big C, Big H, and Big LV, as I always do. I always preview their catwalk shows. Well, I have never actually wait, have I previewed Big H's catwalk shows? I don't think so. But Big C and Big LV, I do. But now I will be doing that preview as well. So the Dior Spring Summer 2023 favorites is on my blog. I just put up some of my favorite pictures because, you know, I'm getting back into Dior again. And like I said, go sign up for my email newsletter, link below, and my group. Without further ado, honey, let's get into it. Okay, the first one is from the 31 Rue Cambon flagship in Paris, in France, for Big C, of course, honey. The only so-called flagship store who has nothing to offer their rather ordinary customers. They have become so high-nosed, only offering stuff and services to the VIPs. Even if you have money but don't have connections, don't waste your time coming here. Ooh. Absolutely no shopping experience, just hours of torture standing in line. They think they can sell anything Chanel to the rest of the consumers. I mean, this is big facts. This is a new review, and all of the reviews are recent, so within the past 2 months. This is true. You know, we've been hearing a lot of really tough stories, like on social media, about the queues at the Chanel flagship. A bunch of you have told me, oh my God, you have to go queue in the morning, go queue early. It's an absolute nightmare. It's chaos there. You know, you can't get anything offered. It's complete, you know, it's just chaos. So this is not surprising to me, like queuing for hours and hours. That is not particularly luxurious. When I was talking to my husband about our Paris trip that's coming up for autumn winter, I was like, you know, I really want you to come to Chanel with me. And he was like, well, okay, how does it work? Do we just walk in? I was telling him about the queue situation. I would just have to just go in the morning. I think I had mentioned this in my previous dragging video. I love Big C so much that I kind of want to have the sort of Big C fairy tale experience at Cambon, but this stressful experience of queuing and being treated badly is not something which I want. Queuing for hours is not luxurious, honey. I don't care what anyone says, it's not luxurious. So Big C, you're wrong for this. People should not be queuing for hours and hours. I understand it kind of feeds, it's kind of like a marketing hype thing as well, but queuing for hours is not luxurious. The next review is also from 31 Cambon. The service advisor told us to come back the next morning at 9:30 in the morning because the wait was so long and we'd be able to get in right in when they opened at 10 a.m. without waiting. It's now 10:40 and we're standing in line with over 10 people ahead of us. I've overheard numerous other customers complaining that they were told the same thing. This situation with the queues in Paris is not sustainable. I'm not surprised to hear that someone got there 9:30 and still didn't get in at 10 o'clock. I believe, yeah, the boutique opens at 10 o'clock. It really sounds like you really need to be there like an hour before. And imagine in autumn, winter, the weather is not going to be good. This is not particularly, you know, fun for people who love the brand. I love Big C. Chanel is actually the most popular brand on this channel by views. You guys love Chanel, I love Chanel, we all love Chanel, but this is not exciting. Imagine queuing in the winter cold, in the autumn cold, and you're queuing for an hour outside. I mean, I'm gonna have to download, you know, films to watch in the queue on my phone while I'm waiting. I have 2 phones, by the way, like this one and another phone, like one phone for pictures, one for notes, and one for like calls. So I use one for pictures and calls and the other for notes. You'd really have to just be on your other phone or tablet while you're waiting, and that is not a luxurious experience. So Big C, honey, you're wrong for this. The next bunch of dragging stories are from the Madrid boutique for Big C. Big C has been dragged so hard. The Madrid Google pages is absolute chaos. Like every single person is dragging that store. I don't know what's going on. Terrible customer service from Chanel Madrid. Came here Monday morning, right after when they opened, there was already a queue. They let a few people in at a time, sit and wait until an SA. is ready to assist, and then they guide you to the showcase area. The security guard locks the door once the selected customers get inside. Our SA, who was a male, approached us and just stared at us, no welcome greetings or warmth in his attitude, doesn't offer any guidance on what selection they have or is available. Their selection is limited, not too many options. We have to point to what bags we're interested in and ask about the price. His voice tone sounded impatient. We also felt rushed. After selecting the bags and accessories we wanted to purchase, they take forever to wrap and bag the items. We stand around aimlessly, and then when we asked if we could have water, he says, sorry, we don't have any. After Chanel, we went to Louis Vuitton a block away and had a much better experience there. Okay, so a few things. First of all, you guys always complain, oh, you're always defending the brands. I'm not defending this. This is not acceptable. You know, someone asking for water and you're saying you don't have water. Stop. You have the water. Yes, I do not want to offer water. Sorry. We all know it's true. This is bang out of order, absolutely unacceptable, bang out of order. Water. I mean, I don't know. You know, remember like in Beauty and the Beast when the old woman like wants help from the prince and the prince like won't help or whatever? Like, I want to kind of ask you guys and tell me in the comments, like, let's say someone, okay, needs help, not a luxury consumer or anything, walks into Big C and says hello, like a Beauty and the Beast type of situation, is looking a hot mess, is dressed terribly, like dressed in literally like holes in their clothes, like an absolute like chaotic mess, honey. And let's say they walk into Big C and say, hello, please can I have some water? Would they be offered water, yes or no? Because these are clients, okay, who are purchasing and they were not offered water. Because like, I can imagine like, you know, we stand around aimlessly, asked him if he had water, he said, no, we don't have any. I'll be looking at him like, are you mad? Okay, like you don't even have water to sell me. This is a good example of Big C deciding who they want to be nice to. SA just didn't want to sell them anything. SA did not want to offer them water. You better believe if someone walks in there and says, hello, I want to buy, you know, I want to buy like 2 coats from the 22K collection and a bunch of prêt-à-porter and a bunch of fine jewelry. There's going to be more than just water that's going to be offered. There's going to be Bollinger, okay? There's going to be Krug, honey. There's going to be Perrier-Jouet, okay? Like, they're not going to be like, I don't have any water. I'd love to know what you think about this one. You guys are always having a massive go at me. I cannot defend this. This is unacceptable and indefensible. No. The next dragging story is from Big C Madrid again. No star should ever be ranked for this shop. This is also new. I asked to have a look at a purse or a wallet. They say we don't have any. Okay. Then I asked for some earrings. No, we don't have. I really want to know what you do have. If you just have one and only thing in your shop, you should have to show it to your customers. This is your duty. Maybe this is the policy of Big C in Madrid. If the management wants to take action, this type of stuff, then they put some personal stuff that I don't want to mention in the review, like the day it happened and the way the essay looked. Hope she can enjoy her whole life as an essay, basically. So this person was saying that, the same thing as the previous review, that the essay didn't want to serve them. No, we don't have anything. No, we don't have anything. I mean, this happened. Both of these reviews are literally like a month ago. So it's like, the 22K collection or 22B collection was in the boutique or should have been in store. I was doing some research about the boutique in Madrid and the location in Lisbon. So in Lisbon in Portugal, Big C have an authorized like concession in like this, like I think it's like a department store, but they don't have like a flagship. This Madrid location is a flagship. It's like a freestanding store that is Chanel's store. So for them to be like, no, we don't have, I mean, that is not believable. They are obviously deciding who to sell things to. And they are, yeah, clearly this is something that they're doing, because I don't believe that I walk into Big C, honey, in September, October, and you don't have anything to sell me. You don't have anything. You don't have costume jewelry. You don't have leather goods. So what, you're saying you don't have ready to wear? Big C doesn't have ready to wear? I mean, do I look like I just... like, you know, do I look like I was born today? I mean, no, come on. As the saying goes, you know, I was born at night, just not last night. this is unacceptable as well. I'm trying to defend Chanel here, but I can't defend this. This is wrong. Big C Madrid, honey, you are bang out of order. The most controversial dragging story is courtesy of your girl, Big H, honey, the orange stallion herself, honey, because she's a hot, raggedy mess. This is Big H, Rodeo Drive. Very bad service. I purchased a belt from Big H, and then over the past few months, I lost 20 pounds. It's 20 pounds. I have to use my other phone because I don't know what 20 pounds is in kilos. Sorry, this is actually important because I need to work it out. 9 kilos. Okay, got it. So she lost 20 pounds, which, by the way, for the rest of us is 9 kilos. I went today to ask the sales manager to add a hole to the belt so I can wear it. She refused. Her manager then came out and also refused. So I guess Big H discriminates or hates on people that lose weight. Shame on Big H and the sales team. They lost my service. Okay, a few things. I think this is really controversial. I just want to say, first of all, that I am like in the gym. I'm working out a ton at the moment, and I feel like there's this kind of fragile relationship that luxury brands have with clients, particularly when it pertains to ready to wear and when it pertains to products where they're like sizing comes into play, because they definitely have come a long way, but there's still a lot of strides to go in order to be very inclusive in terms of sizing for belts and for prêt-à-porter, right? However, I have to defend Big H here, and I'm going to explain why. First of all, salute to this person for losing 9 kilos. That's not a joke, and that's hard work. But to be honest with you, like, that is a handmade product from Big H that's made by hand. It has those holes in the belt. You know, obviously the belt has holes in it, of course. It has those holes in it. I don't feel like they can just punch a hole in the belt. When we think of Big H and the way Big H and the way Big H is, like, they will never accept that. You know, like the way Big H don't like work on anything that another artisan has worked on. Like if you take it to like a third party leather company to like work on something, you know how Big H won't like work on something. I think it's a similar thing. Like, why would they punch a hole in your belt when the product is handmade from start to finish to look the way it looks? Because then if they do punch a hole, it's an altered product, and technically it's not really a Big H product though, is it? Because it's a Big H product when the artisan makes it from start to finish. The artisan has already done that. I'd like to know what you think. I think this is a very touchy subject because people are quite sensitive about weight and weight loss, as they should be, because it's, you know, particularly if you're like on a fitness journey or you're trying to lose a bunch of weight and stuff, it can be really annoying when people always like making comments and being super annoying. Even with me, like with me and my mum, like my mum knows the way I'm like, and she's like, oh my God, you know how you like, honey, you hate when people give you advice. I hate when people give me like free weight loss advice or do this, do that. I'm like, I know what to do on my own. And I feel like this person, she's feeling a little bit sensitive because she lost 20 pounds, which is 9 kilos, which is an incredible achievement. I feel like she's a little bit oversensitive. And I can say that as someone who is kind of doing my own kind of weight loss journey right now, my own fitness journey. And I have been like much smaller than I am now. And I've been obviously like the size I am now as well. I feel like when you're kind of like doing your own fitness thing, your own weight loss thing, you sometimes end up projecting, and I think she is projecting here. This is a handmade product from start to finish. They can't alter it for you because they wouldn't alter it for another client, even if that client was thinner than you. I don't feel like Big H would alter the product, even if, I don't know, I just don't feel like Big H would alter it and add another. I mean, what's the sales manager going to do? They're not an artisan. Theoretically, let's say it could happen. They would have to send it to Paris, and then it would have to be this whole rigmarole of getting the hole punched for a belt. No, girl, I think you've taken it a little bit to heart. You're a little bit sensitive. You should be proud of yourself. Big H are not discriminating against her. She's triggered and she needs to calm down. I mean, she's wrong. The client's wrong. Sorry, I have to agree. The client is wrong. I'd love to know what you think about all of these dragging stories. What do you think about the last story for Big H? Because I want to make sure that I'm reading the room here. Something to note is that in my country, like, in my country, and I think in Africa, generally speaking, Africans are very blunt about like the way you look. Like in African culture, it's completely normal to go to an event and for people to be like, oh my God, you're so fat. Like people say that. Here people say, honey, you'll go to a wedding or a send-off or to church or mass, and people be like, wow, you're massive at the moment. You're huge right now. Like that's completely normal. I feel like in the West, that is not something that is done. But in our culture, it's very blunt and people speak like that. And the same thing, if you lose a ton of weight, oh my God, you look amazing. You lost a ton of weight. So I don't feel like, I feel like because I'm from a blunt culture, like my culture is very blunt, I wouldn't be offended at all. And I wouldn't see that oh, they're discriminating against me because I've lost weight. No, they're not. They can't punch the hole in the belt, girl. What is wrong with you? It's not against her. I think she's projecting. Maybe she feels a little bit self-conscious. I think she's just overreacting, if you ask me, and I think that she should just calm down. I don't think it's that serious. I'd love to know what you think. Am I wrong? Is this a cultural thing? Is she, because they don't know that she's been on a weight loss journey and lost 9 kilos. They don't know that. I mean, what do you guys think? I'd love to know what you think about this one as well. By the way, obviously goes without saying, but follow me on all of my socials and stuff. I want to talk to you about something which isn't part of the dragging story stuff, but I would love to know what you guys think about all of them. I know you're gonna have a go at me because I feel like if I have a contrary opinion, everyone agrees with like, oh, you're wrong, you're always defending the brand. If I don't defend the brand, you guys never like mention that in the comments. She's still wrong though, she's projecting. I know how she feels because I would say that like right now, like this isn't like my normal size, it's not my real size. So I'm trying to get back to how I've always looked before I started YouTube. So I understand how sensitive it is, like when you're losing weight and you're like on a fitness journey, you're very sensitive to the way people perceive you. I think she's projecting. I think she needs to calm down. And I think Big H will right to say, no, we're not gonna add a hole in a belt. That's a handmade belt from France. Girl, bye. I told you guys I have more dragging videos coming. I was reading a bunch of like the French language reviews. They are even crazier than the English ones. So I've got a bunch of really cool videos coming. Some people have even accused essays of being corrupt and taking money to secure really hot items, honey. And this was in one French review. I was screaming so hard reading it. Do you guys think that there's a lot of like corruption and bribery at these luxury brands to like secure the hottest items? I think that there probably is a bit of corruption and bribery. I would love to know what you think about that and everything. As you guys know, I do 3 videos a week. So it's Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. It really helps if you turn on your notifications. I know it's so annoying constantly hearing YouTubers begging people to subscribe and turn on notifications. It's really important. I was really being dragged by the YouTube algorithm the past 3 weeks, but in the past week a bunch of you subscribed, which is great. So please subscribe to my channel, hit notifications, and follow me on all of my socials. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, everything is linked below, and of course my newsletter and read my blog. We're busy over here, honey. Okay, we make things happen and we laugh at brands. Some of you need to understand this is entertainment. Every now and then whenever I do like these dragging videos, sometimes I get DMs from people who are like, well, I feel like you're wrong because of this and this and this. It's just entertainment. These are luxury brands, honey. They do not care about our feelings. So take it for what it is, which is entertainment. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week in my subsequent videos.